Do you love traveling? I do. It's a great chance to experience new things, to get to know new places and to gain a new perspective. On our Germany trip this summer, Berlin was the next stop. I've never been there before and I was very curious what we're gonna see there. The only thing I knew is there is a 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 and this is my favorite restaurant. I love it and it's one of the very few 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 in Europe. And then there's all that story about the Berlin Wall. There's so much history in that place. That's a place you just gotta see. So I was very curious what we're gonna see there. And so finally this is our third episode of our summer vacation in Germany. If you missed the other episodes, check them out right here. Dresden was beautiful and we'd have loved to stay there longer. And there's some danger on the way to breakfast, like the haunting hand.
Endlich will Papa mit dem...
There's many things that slow you down when you want to start your trip, like breakfast, and then the one big thing we missed in our hotel so far, which was the great pool. We wanted to see the pool as well. Finally, after all those distractions, we were on the road. When we arrived in Berlin, we literally had no clue what to do and where to go. So we ended up in a hotel lobby. Und wir gehen jetzt als nächstes
In die Stadt.
in die Stadt. Aber erstmal die Koffeintanks etwas auffüllen
Und ein Sirup.
und die Limonadentanks. Wir gehen heute in mein Lieblingsrestaurant, das heißt 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏.
Aber mein Lieblingsrestaurant ist Taco Bell.
Aber den gibt's hier nicht.
Leider.
We also met a very nice barkeeper. And he literally explained us that most of the tourist attractions in Berlin are in one or two streets. So basically when you walk those streets, we're gonna see most of the things in Berlin. He advised us to start at the Potsdamer Platz. Also, wir sind jetzt hier am Potsdamer Platz und gleich geht's weiter Richtung Brandenburger Tor. We're still not there, but on the way we found the Holocaust Memorial. It's very big and very impressive. Very sad part of German history. Finally, we're at the Brandenburger Tor and there we experienced a very big surprise. But first, it really feels emotional to be here on this place. When I remember all the people sitting on the wall celebrating their freedom in the 80s, then the wall came down. All those TV pictures are still very alive in my memory. And we cannot go to the big Brandenburger Tor because it's closed. The reason is the Christopher's Day celebration. We're really in a hurry to see all the attractions on the first day. At least you could think so. Wir sind jetzt hier vor dem Reichstagsgebäude. Aber was ist denn ein Reichstagsgebäude? What is the German Reichstag?
Gute Frage. Dort, wo die Regierung von Deutschland drin regiert.
It's beautiful at the Spree, that's the name of the river. And all those buildings are so impressive and big. You feel like you're in Rome. Und hier vor dem Reichstagsgebäude. It's really hot, so we were really glad when we found that cooling here. And thanks to the gardener for putting it on. Kids really enjoyed it. This was a very welcome cooling. And then, when we least expected it, we encountered those go-kart drivers. Those are very cool cars. I would love to drive them. On our way back, there was literally just one goal. Can you guess what it is? Wir sind fast da. Da ist ein Schild. We were starving at the time. It was my favorite restaurant, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏
Das war sensationell. Mein neues Lieblingsfest. Restaurant. Und ich habe jetzt noch eine Vanilleglasse.
After a drink at the hotel bar, this day was already over, the first one in Berlin. But our stay in Berlin is not yet over. There is so much more things to see here. There's many more interesting places to see here in Berlin. The Nikolai Quarter, the Red Building, Rotes Rathaus. We want to do a boat trip. What's my daughter have to say?
The room is very cold.
And a little bit small. What will we find strolling around in Berlin? Es geht doch eigentlich irgendwie Schönheit. Schönheit. It's really a beautiful building. But Ava girl, she says,
Langweilig.
it's boring. Da hat's Gemälde drin. The Red Townhall. Das ist das Rote Rathaus. The Nikolai Church.
And the big TV tower.
Having fun with a teddy bear that repeats everything you say.
One eternity later.
And those are very famous bears. They have that button in their ear, and that's what they're famous for. I think their name is 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏.
Knopf.
Hey you, where are we here?
Wir sind hier in Berlin vor dem Berliner Dom. Hinter mir der Fernsehturm.
It's lunchtime after strolling around the city. Okay, little daughter, what do you like most so far?
Dresden was so beautiful at night.
It was Munich, the Physics Museum, and Berlin, because there's so much to see in Berlin. Now, the next thing we did, that was amazing. A boat trip on the Spree. On the Spree. A boat trip on the Spree. I can really recommend to do this because it's really amazing what you see there. And it was extremely hot.
Yes, it was really hot.
It was extremely hot that day. Below those bridges,
What you had?
watch your head. It's really very dangerous to stand up. With all those columns here, it feels like we're in the antique Rome. But it's all very, very beautiful. Germany and cars. We found this little gem here, the Mercedes Exposition, with those amazing cars. Those cars, very interesting, but also very expensive. The Brandenburger Boar. The Brandenburger Boar. The Brandenburger Tor gate on the second day. Finally, we could really get close to the Brandenburger Tor and actually walk below the Brandenburger gate. It's a great feeling to walk through that gate, place full of history, and then you can see the victory column. And we end this day with eating pizza at Pizza Hut. For the last day, we planned something very special. Mega cool. Morgen gehen wir auf den Reichstag in die Kuppel.
Oh, das Handy.
Then we were almost too late and hurried through the whole city. It was very close, but we made it. Dinner at the Reichstag in the big dome. Wir sind jetzt im Käfer-Restaurant unter der Kuppel. This is the ultimate secret tip. If you ever go to Berlin, make a reservation at the Käfer restaurant in the Reichstag dome. Because then you get full access to the dome, and after your dinner or after dessert you can also see everything within the dome and have a great look there. It's really an amazing view at the dome. And also the food there is really delicious. The view is gigantic. We're slowly burning in the heat. So we chilled a little bit in the park at the Brandenburger Gate, Brandenburger Tor. We chilled a little bit there. And we also went to the Mall of Berlin. And that was basically on my daughter's request. She wanted to go there desperately.
Gehen wir als erstes zu den Kleidern. Wir müssen aber leider zu den Kinderkleidern.
And what was very funny there, we found that dancing course. Within the building, people danced, and there was a teacher teaching them how to dance. And of course, there was no stopping the girls. They wanted to dance desperately, and they gave everything they had on the dance floor. Then we found it, the last piece of wall in Berlin. And a parking lot full of old German cars, the Trabis, how they're called. Cars that were built in the east of Germany. I think they're really cute. What do you think? And because we took the wrong route, and yeah, it was all my fault, I was claiming that it's the right one, and I said, don't ask all the time, we're certainly on the right way, but it was wrong. But it all was good, because we were on the wrong road. We found Charlie's checkpoint. Crowning finish of our Berlin trip, we had currywurst. Currywurst. That was delicious.
That was so very good.
Berlin was great.
Have you been there?
So we really liked it in Berlin. Und jetzt zur Nikolai-Kirche, wo wir gerade eben schon kurz waren. 𝗲𝗍. And please, you leave a like on this video if you liked it, and subscribe to StorySpotlight for more amazing stories, and see you in the next video.